Hey everyone, it's Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. I wanted to do a quick video on the Paycheck Protection Program, otherwise known as the PPP loan. And I'm going to do my best to do a quick overview of this because I'm getting tons of questions on it. And it's really, really relevant right now because it's available to right now. And it's definitely on a first come, first served basis. So I actually reached out to a friend of mine that works with the SBA at her bank to fill in some of the details so that I could explain it. And remember, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney. So this is really meant to be an overview as I understand it and to really get you in the right direction, have you know who can do this and what the benefits are. So I heard a guy online say this is really stimulus package planning, which is true because there's actually 4 different ways that are helping small businesses do this through the CARES Act. And my opinion is that you should get every penny available to you because you know who pays for this? I do, and you do through taxes. So it's worth understanding all the things that are available right now through this program. So there's the EDL loan, which is the economic disaster loan, and that was a $10,000 credit. I did another video on that. I'll link, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll link down to the description below, but it's super simple, and that one's pretty easy. This is I'm gonna call it the PPP loan from here on out. This one's going to take a little more work. You got to deal with the bank on it, and there's more of an application process, so it's a little more detailed. And then there's 2 other ways that are available, and that's the sick leave, which is $511 a day for 10 days for up to $5,110, and then family leave of 50 days of $200 a day or $10,000. I believe these are tax credits. Again, I'm not a CPA, and these are more forgivable loans. So for this video, I'm not going to talk about these. I'm going to focus mainly on the PPP loan. Okay, so the PPP loan is really available to a lot of people. It's available to small businesses defined as 0 to 499 employees, independent contractors, self-employed people, sole proprietors like realtors, if you're a plumber, anyone that's a 1099, you're filing a tax return as a business, or again, as a 1099 or independent contractor, you're not even filing a separate tax return. So it really can help a lot of potential people. So here's how it works. And again, you want to reach out to your accountant or CPA, and you're going to be dealing with a bank to do this. But still, this is a good overview to understand it. So the Payment Protection Program is good for 4 things. It's good to pay mortgage interest, utilities, rent, and payroll. So those are the 4 things that this is designed for. And it's measured over an 8-week period, meaning when you get the loan, you're going to use it over an 8-week period. And a certain percentage of that is going to be forgiven. And what's going to be forgiven is the amount that you use to pay those things over an 8-week period. So the big 2 questions I get is the loan size, meaning how much can you get? And then 2, if it's not forgiven or all of it's not forgiven, how soon do you have to pay it back? Okay, so for the loan size, I'm actually going to read it directly from what they said, which is loan size can be up to loans for up to 2 months of your average monthly payroll costs from last year, plus an additional 25 to 50% of that amount. And that amount is subject to a $10 million cap. So what that means is if you had a payroll or you paid yourself $10,000 a month over the last 12 months in 2019, then you have 2.5 times of that available to use as a loan over the next 8 weeks. So in that case, it would be about $25,000. And what would be forgivable of that amount would be the amount over an 8-week period that you use to pay these 4 things here. So for instance, if you got $25,000 and you use $15,000 of that for these things right here, then $15,000 of that would be forgivable. So with what you don't use, then would become a loan. And the loan, my understanding, is payable back at 1%, and it's going to be a 2-year term. I'm not clear on when those payments would start. So worst case scenario is you do have to pay some of this back, but it's money for most of us that you were going to spend anyways. Okay, so a couple things to know. If you paid yourself or someone that works for you more than $100,000, then that is not going to contribute to your maximum loan that they're creating. So just keep that in mind. Also, I'm going to read some questions that I get asked is, what also determines what they will reduce the amount that's forgivable. So the big thing they're looking for is for you to keep your staff, if you have an assistant or people that work for you, to keep the payroll the same. So if you reduce someone's pay by more than 25% over that 8-week period, then they're going to reduce the amount that is forgivable. You can actually even use this to potentially rehire people back if your business can justify that. But either way, if you reduce your employees' income, then less is going to be forgivable. You basically wait till after the 8 weeks, and then you're going to request the forgiveness at that point. There are no prepayment penalties. No collateral is required, and there's no personal guarantee that is required on this loan. Okay, so the most important part is that this is available right now, and the government, the time is from now until June 30th. But if you read what they say, basically it's a first come, first served basis. There's a limited amount of money, and yes, every single person that's self-employed is probably going to apply. So the sooner you do it, the better. So what I recommend is, one, I'll put a link if you're watching on YouTube in the description on to the Paycheck Protection Payment application. Okay, and I would recommend filling that out first. I did that already, and it's a fillable form. Then you're going to reach out. I would reach out to your bank, whoever you bank with, and see if they're participating in this program. Most of the big banks are. And you may want to reach out to your CPA. Again, with all the different things that are available and how they interact can be confusing, so you might want to get some guidance on that. So that's what I would do, is fill out the application, reach out to a bank, and get the process started. Again, so I hope this was helpful. It's just an overview. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but I'm not a CPA or an attorney or whatever, but I thought it'd be cool to just do a quick video to give like a basic understanding of this program. Again, don't wait. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them, so reach out. Have a great day. Stay safe, and let me know what I can do to help. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.